Hello and welcome. Today we're diving deep into a fascinating technical case study titled Suitability of Snorkeling Tourism Areas in Gusung Perlang Waters, Central Bangka Regency. We are going to unpack the incredible underwater potential of this region and see exactly how scientific data can transform a coral reef into a thriving, sustainable marine tourism destination. So if you're a prospective tourism manager or just a coastal environment enthusiast, you are in exactly the right place. Okay, let's get our bearings. Think about the geographic layout of the 5 specific research stations in East Gusung Perlang. These points weren't picked at random. They were carefully selected to represent thousands of square meters of coral reefs, and this is exactly where the vital data for our suitability analysis was collected. This is our workspace for today. Here is our game plan. First, the tourism potential of Gusung Perlang. Second, the standard field survey equipment. Third, the physical and biological conditions. Fourth, the location suitability index scores. Fifth, a guide to the best snorkeling locations. And finally, practical tourism management steps. Section 1. The tourism potential of Gusung Perlang, balancing charm and conservation. The crucial thing to understand here is that Gusung Perlang has a sort of dual identity. On one hand, it's a protected conservation area boasting these beautifully marketable coral patches, which is a huge economic potential for tourism. But on the flip side, right now, those reefs are mostly just being used for fishing and boat anchoring, putting the whole ecosystem at serious risk. That is exactly where data-driven management has to step in to save the day. Moving on to Section 2, Standard Field Survey Equipment, the science behind the data. Now, when you're assessing a marine environment, you absolutely cannot just guess. You need the right toolkit. The standard gear required for this field survey included a Secchi disc to measure water clarity, a GPS for precision mapping, current kites, and underwater slates for taking notes. Using these exact tools is what guarantees that the data handed to decision makers is absolutely accurate and reliable. It's brilliant to understand how researchers actually capture this biological data underwater. For the coral, they use the underwater Photo Transects, or UPT method. And for the fish, a 50-meter visual census line. Divers literally swim along this line, recording reef fish within a 2.5-meter field of view to the left and right. It's a highly methodical, real-time observation of the ecosystem. Section 3. Physical and biological conditions. Diagnosing the ecosystem. Okay, this is an incredible number. Imagine this. Water clarity observations across all 5 stations hit a perfect 100%. There is zero sediment blocking the view. For a tourist, that translates to a premium, absolute, crystal-clear underwater visual experience. But why does that 100% clarity matter so much? Because it pairs perfectly with the physical conditions. We're talking incredibly slow currents, just 0 to 15 centimeters per second, and ideal depths ranging from 3.8 to 6.7 meters across a massive reef expanse. This specific combination of absolute clarity, friendly currents, and optimal depth hits the absolute highest safety criteria for both a healthy coral ecosystem and safe snorkeling. However, when we analyze the biological data for coral cover, a really stark contrast emerges. Stations 1 and 3 feature beautiful, pristine coral expanses with over 61% cover. But tragically, stations 2 and 4 show significant damage, dropping down to the 40% range. And the field data reveals exactly why. This degradation is a direct result of fishing boat anchors. It creates a massive, urgent need for real management interventions. But there's also an amazing biological bright spot here. Station 3 is an absolute biodiversity hotspot. The visual survey identified 20 different species of reef fish there, mostly dominated by the Pulmocentridae family. You know, those bright, colorful little fish you see darting around the reefs? This richness makes Station 3 a premier target for underwater tours. Section 4. The Location Suitability Index Score. The final scorecard. Now let's break down how each station officially scores on our suitability matrix. Stations 1 and 3 achieved the highest marks at 78.95%, closely followed by Station 5. Meanwhile, Stations 2 and 4 are stuck at 70.18%. Now this matrix isn't just a bunch of numbers, it is literally your management roadmap. As a prospective tourism manager, here's what these labels actually mean for you. An S1 classification means the location is highly suitable and fully ready to support premium tourism. But S2, or conditionally suitable, means the area can be used, but you have to implement extremely strict field regulations so the conditions don't deteriorate any further. Section 5. The Guide to the Best Snorkeling Locations. Selecting the safest sites. Based on all the field data we've unpacked, here is your quick playbook. If you're managing tourists, stations 1 and 3 absolutely must be your flagship spots. Why? Because they have the highest percentage of live coral cover, abundant reef fish, and that 100% visibility. Conversely, stations 2 and 4 are your caution zones. You need to restrict mass tourism traffic there to let the ecosystem naturally recover. Finally, Section 6, Practical Tourism Management Steps. The Management Playbook. Here are 4 highly tactical, actionable recommendations. Step 1. Real collaboration between local government and the community is absolutely non-negotiable. Step 2. Provide certified local guides and safe diving equipment rentals. Step 3. Build support facilities and, most importantly, safe mooring buoys for boats. And Step 4. Immediately initiate coral rehabilitation programs, especially for those S2 locations we just talked about. I really want to emphasize that third step regarding mooring buoys. The literature in this study notes that the negative impact of carelessly dropping boat anchors literally shatters and uproots live coral colonies instantly. Designating safe anchorages away from the reef is the absolute most critical regulation you can implement today. So, we have the scientific blueprint right in front of us. The data clearly shows both the massive potential and the immediate threats. The big question now is, can Gusung Perlang consistently balance the allure of tourism with strict environmental preservation? The answer, and the future of this stunning underwater ecosystem, rests entirely in the hands of the managers. Thanks for joining us for this case study explainer, and let's go build some smart, data-driven marine tourism.